Hello friends and welcome back to another garden video. Today I am going to share with you this beautiful plant called as New Guinea Impatiens. Impatiens are low maintenance and high flowering option for people who want a showy seasonal display without too much trouble. These hybrid varieties of impatiens have larger leaves and larger blooms. Each flower is composed of 5 heart-shaped petals arranged around a small central area, and you get these flowers in various shades like orange, pink, red, white, purple, etc. These attract pollinators, and even the leaves come in various hues, like you can see the green color, the burgundy or the purple leaves, and some even have variegated foliage. First, let me tell you about the soil requirements. These plants prefer moist, well-drained and humus-rich soil, and they prefer a slightly acidic pH, but they are not too choosy about it. So when you are preparing the potting soil, make sure you have 40% garden soil, 40% vermicompost or cow dung manure and 20% coarse sand, because a good well-drained soil is the most important thing for this plant. And now for the propagation method, these hybrid plants are sterile, so they are not going to form big seed pods, as you can see over here. The seed pods formed are really small and these are not going to have viable seeds. So the only method of propagating them is through stem cuttings. For this I am going to trim off 2 of the smaller stems from the lower part of the plant, and what you need to do is trim just below the node. So here I have cut off the plant just below the node. Node is the point where the 2 leaves are coming out, and that will be the place from where the rooting will happen. And you can either directly put them in the soil for the roots to come out, but there are chances that the plantlet may just rot off. So the better method, which I feel is 100% successful, is just remove off the lower leaves and put these cuttings in a container filled with clean water. Make sure that the nodes are dipped in the water and leave this in a slightly shaded area of your garden and leave it for a couple of days, and you will soon see that roots will start forming. You can change the water if the water appears turbid or contaminated, otherwise there is no need of changing the water also. After about 7 days, I am going to show you. The cuttings have started sprouting tiny roots. Once these tiny roots appear, then the roots will grow really quickly. Within 3-4 days you will see the roots will become quite long. So I am going to put them back in the container with the water, and we are going to wait for another few days, and here is the result. You can see the cuttings have grown out roots really nicely. Now, because I didn't have any empty pots, I decided to keep it in the water for a few more days, and afterwards when I took them out, the roots had become even longer, and still I didn't have any containers, so I'm going to plant them along with my moss rose plant. As my pots are filled by the winter flowering plants, I'm going to let them grow over here, and then I'm going to repot them later on in a separate container. When you repot these saplings, it is best to add a layer of tiny pebbles or stones in the lower part of the pot to make sure that the pot remains well drained, and use the soil mixture which I told in the starting of the video. After planting the saplings in the soil, I watered it and I kept these saplings in an area which had partial shade, and it only got the morning sunlight so that these would grow up really nicely. And this is how it looks after a few days. This one is the first sapling and this is the second one. Now the next important thing is, how do you make these plants keep on giving more buds and flowers throughout the season? To achieve this, all I use is some cow dung compost in which mustard cake powder is mixed. You can also add a little bit more phosphorus, because more the phosphorus, more flowering will be seen, and also the colors of the flowers are much more brighter. Since these plants are heavy feeders and since I have grown them in a pot, I use this fertilizer every 10 to 15 days, and for this all I need to do is dig up the pot a little bit all around so that the soil becomes a little loose, and I add a handful or two of this fertilizer all around and water the plant. Also, before ending the video, I'd like to tell you that this new Guinea Impatiens are resistant to downy mildew, but it can get damaged by pests like aphids and spider mites. Just in case of these kind of infestations, all you need to do is reduce the population using a good spray of water, and then you can spray it with neem oil mixed with soapy water, and this should do the trick. Also, you should remember that if these plants are kept in too much sunlight, they can get sunburnt. The margin of leaves get burnt and they dry out, or patches of brown necrosis can be seen all over the leaves. It's not a very serious condition, but it damages the plant, so make sure to keep it away from midday sunlight. Also, if the plants are not flowering or have become leggy, then you can deadhead the flowers by pinching the stem back to its first two leaves, and new stems will grow which will produce more blooms. So this is all I have for you today in this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching.